Hello, welcome YouTube to this video. So in the last video, I spent a lot of time, messing around and messing around with my files, and yeah, that wasn't the best way of managing Git branches. But okay, here we are. Okay, I'm trying to now code a unit test which checks if the at least I will get back my dwSim library. Okay, I need to check whether the library object is correct. Okay, I'll code it manually and then versus the actual code which is written by IXmlLibrarySelector if you actually give the string. Okay, so where is this thing? Okay, first thing first, I will make a new class. Okay, a new instance. Okay, I'm going to open a new line. IXmlLibraryLoader reference library equals to, or rather I will have to dim first. Dim, okay, CIW, undo, word CIW, dim reference library as IXmlLibraryLoader. Okay, reference library equals to new, okay, dwSim XML library brute force. Okay, so this is the reference library. Okay, what's next? Okay, I will need to say, okay, I'll need to instantiate the IXmlLibrarySelector. IXmlLibrarySelector as IXmlLibrarySelector XMLLibrarySelector equals to new, what's the class name? Okay, what's the class name here? Class name is XMLLibrarySelector May 2022. Okay, XMLLibrarySelector May 2022. Save first. Let's open up. Okay, let's see what the XMLLibrarySelector. Oh, it's a small case May 2022. Yeah, it's a small case. I mean, of course, Visual Basic doesn't care too much about cases, but still, it's a good thing to actually check. Okay, back, 10 to the right, and then replace this with small letter May. Okay, so I've instantiated two objects. Okay, next thing is I want to make my result library as IXmlLibraryLoader. Okay, so remember, I'm supposed to have an IXmlLibraryLoader class over here. Then when I act here, result library equals to XMLLibrarySelector dot, what's the function name? Get XMLLibraryLoader. Okay, and I have to put in the desired library here, which is over here is insert dwSim. Okay, so that's how I will do it. Then I'll need to assert equal. Okay, assert dot equal ref library result library. Okay, of course there's going to be something wrong because I cannot assert both of these things to be equal to each other. They're not the same object, but I can assert that the types are the same. Okay, you will see later. So what I'll do is reference like console write line ref library, console write line result library. Okay, so this is just to help with the debugging. I will probably comment this out later. Now, if anything is wrong, then of course I can just do this is the easiest way. I'll compare the type. Okay, at least the type should be the same. This is a very not rigorous way of testing, but it might work. get type, and that's it. Okay, let's open a terminal here. Okay, .NET test. Of course, I'm going to have problems. Okay. First thing first, unit test IXML library list and unit test IXML library list conflict in namespace. So that means it is this line right here, line 22 up. Because I forgot to change this, CAW unit test IXML library selector. Okay, so that's it. That should solve the bug. This bug at least. Okay, so it says the test failed, which is exactly what we expect. We open a new line here, open a new one. Okay, .NET test. Yeah, we will see object instance not set to object reference not set to instance of object. Meaning to say over here there's literally nothing happening inside the class itself. So we'll need to actually code things within the class in buffer 5. Okay. There's a null reference exception, meaning to say this function here, get XML library loader, is not returning any object at all. Okay. So let's see how this thing is supposed to function. Okay. IXmlLibrarySelector will take in the string, desired library as a string, and perform dependency injection based on that library. So what does it do? It will take in this IXML library list. Okay, so this is important. Alright, so I think some good habits, of course, are to public new and public sub new, sorry. Do open public sub new, and this is where I do my dependency injection. Okay, so here is insert constructor for dependency injection. Okay, this time I'm going to yeah, I'll just make the constructor, and I don't know whether I want to tightly couple. I might tightly couple, but yeah, I don't know. I'll just do it first. I'll make 2 overloads of the constructor, meaning 2 versions of the constructor. Okay, one with a tightly coupled one with a loosely coupled one. So, all right, here goes. Right. So dim XML library. Wait, no. Maybe I'll do the property first. I'll put a private property here. Private property XML library list as IXML library list. So this is the property part. Okay, then me dot XML library list equals to new XML library list underscore May 2022, and that's the tightly coupled one. This is the loosely coupled one. I'll just put both. Okay. Okay, never mind. I'll not do the loosely coupled one. Okay, forget it. Why am I not doing? Because yeah, let's see. Should I do the loosely coupled? Yeah, actually I don't really need to change this class a lot. Okay, I'll just do the tightly coupled version, then maybe I'll do the loosely coupled version later on. Okay, so this is tightly coupled still, but not as tight as if you use other interfaces. You still have to, because this class, if I do it this way, this class here will be, or rather this class here will be tightly coupled to this class here. that kind of breaks dependency inversion rule, but yeah, I should do dependency injection somewhere. So I might need another class to actually configure all these dependency injections, like maybe a configure class or something like that, or well, if you've seen the MariaDB or you see this DB context builder, okay, DB context options builder, yeah. If you see this DB context options builder, yeah, this was in the entity framework call. They actually had a whole class to start building up a DB context options object. So I suppose this class is where you actually start configuring and telling the DB context builder which dependency injections there are. So where does this come from? This comes from entity framework call, if you saw a few videos ago. But the gist of this is that this class is probably the class that does all the dependency injection for us. We might not want to do it just yet. Okay, I might do loose coupling later on. Now it's kind of tightly coupled, a little bad habit here and there. Yeah. Okay, so moving on, let's go back to our map right here, IXmlLibrarySelector. Okay, so this is okay, I'll open a new line. Not quite dependency and dependency injection, but it should be easy to switch with this structure. Okay, because why? When I have a private property of this and then I have this thing over here, I have a dependency injection thingy going on. So let's try terminal and let's see whether there's any complaints. Okay, .NET test. Okay, it still says object reference not set, which means that things, at least the errors are the same, meaning to say here the thing that there are not compiled errors yet. Okay, so I have my new XML library list, which has been given. Next thing I want is that, hey, if I want this XML library, right? XML library, right? So you see this thing, XML library. What it says, yes, this thing should actually load out a list of tuples, the string and IXML library loader. So I want to start playing around with the tuple first. So let's go to the IXML library list. Let's go to the IXML library loader.vb. Okay, so this XML library list is supposed to return a list of all of these things. Okay, so let me do this. Let me go to this IXML library list, and I'll go all the way to the end. I'll use a visual line, and I'll copy this exact type, yank this over, open a new line, paste it here. Okay, I'll use shift and right arrow, or rather shift and right angular bracket to actually move this and indent this properly. And I'll go here, insert dim library list, like list, as list of all of these things. Okay, dim like list as a list of these things. Okay, like list equals to me.xml library list. Okay, me.xml library list. Okay, me.xml library list, return XML library list. Okay. Okay, so the like list will be this return XML library list. It will be this list right here. once we have the library list right here, once we have the library list right here, it should be quite okay. We can actually do this, what do you call that? We can actually do this, let's see. Yeah, we can actually just we can actually do a for loop, okay, for each. Okay, if let's I need to see how the for loop is being done. IXmlLibrarySelector May 2022 B or IXmlLibraryList May 2022. I want to look for that. I want to see whether there's a for loop here. Okay, there's no for loop here. When did I do for loops before? Must be in my unit tests. In my library list, yes. So I have this for loop here. Okay, Control B, Control Control F. No, I don't have it here. Yeah, I'm looking for a for loop because the thing is that when I deal with a list or IEnumerable or list, this thing is actually a for loop. Okay, a for loop. You can deal with it using for loops. Yes, for each something and something. Okay, for each light list tuple in what's the IEnumerable here. It is this whole thing here, and then you have to put next. Okay, in light list. Light list is the enumerable we are talking about. Then we have a next right here. Shift O to go on top. Okay, so what do we want to do with the light list? Okay, remember the library list has two things inside. Okay, it has a library name and a XML library loader. Okay, so I'll do the if loop here. If L, okay, so wait, now we are actually getting this desired library string. Okay, first thing first, let's see, let's do it simply first. I'm thinking a few steps ahead to think about lower cases, upper cases, all of that, but that's a little bit early. Okay, let's see. Yeah, we'll deal with this. Okay, if light list dot name equals to desired library. Okay, so this is a string here, desired library, and library list dot name is also a string. If this is so, okay, let me close the loop first. If this thing is so, then I can return okay, go on top. Okay, I can return light list dot value. Okay, not value here. This is not value. Okay, let me go here. Change in word library name. Okay, so this is the thing, library name. If the library name is the desired library, if the library list library name is the desired library, then we return the light list value. Otherwise, don't do anything. Okay, IXML library loader. Okay, XML library loader. XML library loader. XML light loader. Okay, so that's what it's supposed to be. 19 down, 29 down. XML light loader. Okay, so look at this code. It's a little bit messy. Okay, so let me at least put some comments first. Okay, first we return the library we get the library list object from XML library list. This is via dependency injection. Okay, once that is done, second, we search for the library in the library list using a for each loop on library loader object back crw light loader object. Okay, then if the library name equals to the desired library name, we will do this return an XML library loader. Okay, so let's see. Okay, I actually want to make this thing a little neater, because once I have this thing here, there's so many things in the nested loop, it's a little bit hard to read. So just for the ease of reading, okay, shouldn't be that hard to read. Maybe I'm overthinking. Yeah, but you do not want too many nested loops inside each other. So but this one I think still is okay. Okay, it should still be okay. Okay, go up, open, and that's it. Open. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so yeah, if the library name is equals to the desired library value, we'll return this XML library loader. Okay, so remember, we are having a tuple of library names and XML library loader objects. Yep, so this list will actually iterate through the whole library list and check whether each of the names equals to the desired library name that you see here. Okay, after that, yeah, you should be able to check whether this library loader has been loaded. Okay, so let's try. Okay, put a terminal here, and let's do .NET test. I'm still pretty sure something will mess up. Okay. Okay, so something did mess up. Let's do some debugging, which is the whole point. For now, we are trying to make it work. Library name is not a member of the list. List of library name as string XML library loader as IXml library loader. Okay, so let's see, how do we sort this out? Okay, ls, let's see how the library thing actually works. So dwSimXML library brute force, tuple library name equals to library name tuple the XML library loader equals to XML library loader. Then I add the tuple. I think I want to check the console write line. I want to print out this XML library list and see what it looks like. Because apparently this thing isn't working very well. So let's open the library list test. Yeah, so I think the way I did the test wasn't very rigorous. Okay, but let's check the library list again. So let's do a fact test. Sub test IXML library list should iterate correctly, and okay, and sub rw, open up again. Okay, so for each tuple in, let me get this up here, undo, shift V, go up, yank here, paste it here, 9 down, open for each tuple in result list, then I'll put a next here, open up, console.writeLine tuple. Let's see what happens if I open a terminal and test. Okay, library name is not member of what? Okay, fine, compile error. So if it has a compile error, what I'll do is I will go to buffer number 9, wrong buffer, ls buffer number 5. Okay, then this is in line what? 31 and 32. Okay, so I will just comment this out first for the time being. Comment this out. Okay, result list not declared. Yeah, to go up, paste here, 2dd, repeat, 6 down dd. Okay, let's see whether this works. Object reference not set to reference of object. Okay, let's not do the other test. Oh, I see something print out here. Console write line tuple. Yes, this is correct. Hold on, I think I suspect another cause of the bug. Okay, ls buffer number 1. Okay, I have the right namespace, so that's good. Okay, let me not do this test first. I want to check whether the iteration thing is right. Okay, so next thing I'll do is console.writeLine tuple.library name. Okay, because this tuple is supposed to have a library name inside. Alright, so I do have this. It's a tuple here. The tuple library name is here. Open console.writeLine tuple dot what? IXmlLibrarySelector. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, so this test actually works. I am able to get the string here, and I'm able to get the object here. So that doesn't seem to be the problem. Okay. So okay, this manual test works. Go back, insert and comment out. So this manual test actually works. So it's not a problem with the XML library list. Okay, so this is why unit test is important. If something goes wrong, you are able to like section out and debug where the problem is. So for now, I'm probably very confident that the bug is somewhere in the XML library selector class. Okay, library selector object, excuse me. Okay, let me open this up. It's a bit claustrophobic, but okay, let's go to buffer number 5 again. And the left side will be buffer number 1, because this is where the test is. I'll delete this. Let me close this. Okay. For each. Oh, right. Here is my syntax error. X go down, X go down, X. Yeah, it's for each light list tuple in light list. Okay, so this over here should be the tuple. Okay, kudos to you who actually saw the mistake. Undo this or redo. Control R to redo. Okay, CRW light list tuple, and then go down, change again. Okay, so now we have the object reference not set to instance of object. Okay, so why is this the case? Why is this the case? Because we actually, you see, here the result library get XML library loader is using dwSim. dwSim here is the wrong case. Okay, so it should be dwSim with a small letter. Okay, if I do dwSim with a small letter, it should be able to pass. See? So now, okay, you can see that both of these libraries are the same. They are returning the same type now, so that's good. So this class allows me to get basically get a string, take in a string, and then put out the correct library. Now let me add a little bit of functionality here. So let's say yeah, this thing is case sensitive, right? I want to remove this case sensitivity, right? Let's say I will spell this by mistake. I'll replace this with dwSim. Now of course this thing will fail. Okay, says object reference not set to instance of object, because obviously we do not have a library in here that is dwSim. So how do we do this? Okay, I want to show you a string to lowercase method C#. Okay, so to lower is to return a copy of this string converted to lowercase. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll have this library name. Okay, this library name is the library name that we give to our XML library loader. Okay, I will convert everything to lowercase, and the desired library I will also convert everything to lowercase. Okay, so this is what I'll do. Okay, go to the right, insert to lowercase, and then here to lowercase. Okay, here I am comparing the library name in the library list to the library name I supplied. I convert both to lower case using the string to lower method so as to avoid case sensitivity. Okay, there you go. Okay, so now what happens when I supply this string? I'll convert everything to lowercase, and when I have whatever name I have in the library, I will convert it to lowercase. Then after that, what will happen is that no matter how I spell dwsim here, it should be able to successfully return us the results. Okay, see? It returns us the right results because now I convert everything to lowercase. Now, last bit of cleanup I want to do. Okay, we have already made sure that this thing actually returns us the right thing. We have made sure that this class, this IXmlLibrarySelector class, actually already returns us the right thing. This function, this class is complete. Okay, let me see. I want to clean something up. Okay, there is something I want to clean up. I do not want okay, I do not want this warning message during compilation. So it says function getXmlLibraryLoader doesn't return a value on all code paths. A null reference exception could return at the time when the result is used. Okay, why is it so? Okay, what does it mean? It means that this value here, like list tuple XML library loader, is not going to return anything here. Okay, this return here is not situated at the end. It rather is situated at the beginning. Is situated within an if loop. So what does it mean? This get XML library loader will only return a value if and only if this condition here is satisfied. So, let me clear this. Okay. So yes, return loops should not be inside the if loops here, if at all possible. So what I'll do instead is I will have, okay, so I want to get rid of all the warning messages as far as possible so that it's very clean when you compile. Alright, so dim let's see, XML light loader as IXml light loader. Okay, and then 6 down, open, return XML light loader, and then go 5 up, CC, change this line to XML light loader equals to light list tuple dot XML light loader. Okay, hopefully this will clear up the compile errors. So what's happening here? I shifted the return here so that whenever I run this function, this thing will return something, return an object. Okay, so I have this XML library loader object here as IXml library loader, right? As IXml library loader. Yeah, as IXml library loader. Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, as IXml library loader. Yeah, so I will delete. No, I will not delete. Yeah, it's not. I will assign the value of list like list tuple XML library loader when I'm searching through this to this value here, so that the return statement is outside the if loop. So that should actually make it run a little bit better, I hope. Okay, let me save. Alright, it says the XML library loader is used before it has been assigned a value. So I got another error. Okay, because I only did this function over here. I did not what do you call that? Oh. I did not assign any value to this XML library loader, so yeah, that's an issue. Okay, that's an issue. Oh. Yeah, that's an issue. Okay, so I think I'll probably exceed time by now. It's already 40 minutes. Yeah, maybe next time I'll think of how to actually maybe throw an exception. Okay. Yeah, either throw an exception or I'll return a sort of a null value, an empty XML library loader into this into this list. I will return a null value or some sort of default value into this XML library loader. Okay, something like that there, so that at least, you know, yeah, at least it returns something. Okay, but yeah, I just want to get rid of this error message. That is the says a null reference exception could result in null at runtime. Okay. Okay, yeah, so okay. I think I want to start throwing exceptions over here. If the requested name is not inside the library, list, I think I want to start throwing some exceptions. Yeah, I want to throw some exceptions here or something like that. Yeah, I'll think of what to do later. Okay, but seriously, the code is finished. It just has this warning message which I do not want to be there, so that when I run tests, you know, I want to have my tests run very cleanly without all these error messages. Okay, but I think that's it for now. Thanks for watching. See you next time.